Yo, what up, guys? What up? What up? What's up, man?
Yes, sir.
You already know what the time it is, man. It is the first episode of the main event podcast for the NFL season, man. This is your host, Kofi with KO Sports Talk, and I got my man right here, the boxing champ, Joneth Piptne. What's good, Joneth Piptne, man? What's going on, man?
Man, what's going down with you, man? It's been a while since we did it, man. It's been a lot of changes since then, but
Yeah, man,
man,
it's
we
been a
finna we
lot,
finna
man.
get it popping.
I got dreads now.
Yeah. Right. And then shit, I'm in a new spot. Shit, fight boxing more,
Mhm.
everything. So it's like, man, let's get it on and popping, man. Shit. But like you said, man, we talking about the Chicago Bears and shit, they taking on the 49ers tomorrow. So man, what's your
Yep.
take on
Yeah, my take. Well, as you can see, yeah, it's tomorrow at 12 noon Central Time. The Chicago Bears, of course, are going to be facing the San Francisco 49ers. And the San Francisco 49ers are definitely favored 6.5 points across the spread. And I've been following a lot of like the national media, and a lot of people are really, really down on the Bears. Like they're saying, oh, they're gonna go 3-14. They're gonna have the number one pick. Oh, the team's not good enough. Granted, San Francisco overall they do have a better roster. I'll give you that, but I mean, with the coaching staff that we brought in, with Matt Eberflus, with the personnel that we brought in, with Luke Getsy, with Alan Williams, those guys, I don't think that the Bears are going to be as bad as what a lot of people think that they're going to be. And coming into this game, they said it's going to rain tomorrow, possibly, and so
it?
I think this is going to be a closer game than what people expect. It's not going to be like a blowout. I don't think this is really going to be a blowout. I think this is going to be a really closer game than what people expect. I think the Bears are really going to come in uh, with um, with something to prove, especially with all those players in the locker room, everybody doubting him. I'm pretty sure you heard from the news. Dominique Foxworth saying that Justin Fields should demand a trade. Mike Marsh
Damn.
says that the Bears' offense is worse than the 0-16 Lions. I mean, I'm hearing. I even heard on the radio today that that the Bears don't have any type of chance, man. And so I don't know, man. I don't know what it is with these some of these Bears fans and some of these Chicago media people and the national media, but man, yeah, it was crazy out here, bro.
Well, I put it more like this. Until the Bears prove something, because they got rid of Khalil Mack, because they got rid of so many pieces, the media, even though they hate the Bears anyway, they have the
Mm-hmm,
right to say whatever the hell they want to say until further notice. Now, me
mm-hmm,
personally, I said if everything go right for the Bears, they can win 10 games, but everything has to go right for the Bears. If everything
mm-hmm,
goes how I predict, then they win uh 5 to 7 games max.
mm-hmm,
Max. Just based on a talent situation, everything. Now, if they the rookies develop and if they develop their rookies right, like it's been looking over the preseason, and they play correctly, and their veterans that still remain on the roster is able to play to their best ability, then yeah, they can win games. And I actually picked the Bears to upset the 49ers this week. I felt like this is the best time to do it. Week 1 through 4, most good teams still trying to find their footing. Most weak teams can come out and steal a game or two the first few weeks. And the fact that Mike Marsh said this offense is worse than the 0-16 offense, he just a hater anyway because his ass was mad that the Bears got dropped his dumb ass because all he wanted to do was run the playbook the way he wanted to run it. And that's the
mm-hmm.
reason why things went the way they went with him. And his ass ain't been in the league since then. Since then, he
And
been
that's the reason why Jay Cutler freaking cussed his ass out in that
right.
Minnesota game.
Tell Mike I said fuck you. Yeah, I remember.
Right, he
I
did say that.
remember.
Right,
I remember
exactly.
that like it was yesterday. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what
I
the
remember
hell
that
did I
too.
was like,
It was
what the hell did Jay
2011. I
Cutler just
remember
say?
that. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell Jay just say?
He kept
I
dropping him back
okay.
so many times, man. Like kept dropping him back. And like, what did you expect? I mean, your offense was predictable. like Matt Nagy.
Yeah, well, it ain't one as predictable as Matt Nagy because they still put up like 25 a game at least. But
Yeah, that's true.
I get exactly what you mean. It's just it's gonna be a lot of haters. It's gonna be a lot of naysayers.
Hmm.
But when it come down to it, the Bears have to step up.
Hmm.
Missing no missing the pass rushes, missing the corners. Kendall Vildor still on the goddamn team, which I am so surprised he's still on the team. I'm surprised that man
I'm
ain't
surprised he didn't get cut, man. I don't know why Kendall Vilder is on the team. I'm surprised Tavon Young is not starting this game. He's not starting. It's actually Kendall Vilder.
well, if Kendall Vildor continue to do what Kendall Vildor do, and let's fuck it up, he
Hmm.
Young will be starting soon enough, and we won't have to see no more Kendall Vildor, and he might be released by mid-season.
Hmm.
So
I
unless
agree.
he's just an excellent special teamer,
Hmm.
that's the only way he can stay on the squad. He has to be a terrific special teamer, special team tackler, coverage guy, all of that. Other than
Hmm.
that, if he not, it's a wrap for him.
Right. And surprise players, people who are also surprised me is this one player, this one undrafted player, Jack Sambor. He's been pretty good in the preseason.
Yeah.
I mean, and then also with also Dante Pettis. I think Dante Pettis, he's gonna have some type of role in this team, like probably in special teams or not. But those are some of the guys who surprised me. I mean, what do you think about like some of these unknown players that's surprising you? Like with Braxton Jones, that rookie from Southern Utah. I never expected him to start left tackle. I actually thought it was gonna be like Riley Reef or even Tevin Jenkins. With all of his problems that was going on with him, I thought he was gonna start. But
Well,
like, what do
well,
you think, man?
I definitely didn't think Tevin Jenkins was gonna start the way his ass sat back
Mm-hmm.
and struggled the way he struggled all preseason. He's done okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's done okay at guard,
Mm-hmm.
but at tackle, hell no. Hell no. Like Tevin Jenkins might not be an NFL tackle. He might be one of those guys that be all American tackle, but turn around and be an all pro guard.
Mm-hmm.
But he has to be willing to develop. Um, Jack Sandberg, I did not expect nothing from him.
Mm-mm.
He showed he showed me from week one that man is going to be a okay. And if Roquan Smith was to go down, or if he decided that, even though it didn't happen, if he had
Mm-hmm.
decided that he wasn't going to play this season, he was going to sit out the season, I think we still would have been okay. He's not, of course, nowhere near the speed
Mm-hmm.
of Roquan Smith, but in terms of getting to the ball, tackling, and being in the right position, he can do that much.
Mm-hmm.
So that and what's that hard hitting safety name?
Jaquan Brisker.
Yeah, now Brisker, I expect him to hit, but I didn't know he was going to be that good in coverage.
Dude
Now
is
it's
a
another
freaking monster, man, in coverage, man. The way
right.
the way he tackles, I mean, you better watch out. That dude is like a heat seeking missile, man. Like I mean, of course, he reminds me of Adrian Amos, man. The way, well, like more so like Adrian Amos. The way he's very physical, but more so he's more
Yeah,
of like very imposing, man. And like the way he's just able to get to the ball, I think he could be a dark horse for a defensive rookie of the year, man.
yeah, but that's only if he able to get on that field. Because is he even a
Hmm.
starter?
Yeah, he's gonna start. He's gonna start.
Okay,
He's gonna start. It's just the only thing is he has to stay healthy. Doesn't deal with injuries. That's really it. I mean, he's definitely gonna start 17 games, like no question about it.
okay. So if he able to start 17 games, yeah, he got a shot. With him and Eddie Jackson, he can be that Adrian Amos type of guy. But what's gonna really help him get it? He have to get interceptions. He have to
Hmm.
cause turnovers. He can't just be a tackling machine and hitting people hard. You gotta be able to make impactful plays that's gonna change the game and make
Hmm.
people look at you and fear you out there on that football field. If
Hmm.
Brisker not able to do that, if he just able to be another hard hitting safety, it's been
Hmm.
a million of them.
Hmm.
Like Adrian Amos before him was Mike Brown, Chris
Brown.
Harris, Mike Green. Even though Mike Brown was very good. Chris Harris was
Who
very
was that?
good.
That safety from the '85 Bears. What's
Doug
the time?
Durison.
Gary Fensick? Was it Fensick?
It was Fensick or Doug Durison.
Doug Durison. Yeah, Doug Durison. I think Gary Fensick was a free safety.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think for when you go to free safeties, that's when you're talking about Eddie Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
Mike Brown, guys like that. Those were free safety, even though they smack motherfucking people, and I thought they was really should have been strong safeties. They was
Mm-hmm.
free safety guys.
Right. Oh, Dave Dewerson. What's up, Bears Banter? What's up, man? We got some people in the
Yo,
house. Freaking CEO
of
and
course,
Michael.
CEO always gonna pop up. You know, no, Dave Durson. No, I said Doug. Dave Durson.
Worry about your team, CEO.
Right.
COVID
He goes that
19
back.
Lamar Jackson. Bears are winning six
Mm,
games, just like last year. Yeah, I know. You beat me to Kaiba, Seto Kaiba, a CEO. I
right.
know,
He
but
just running his mouth.
yeah, he's just running his mouth. He's all good. He's cool people. But I was gonna say, what are some of your keys to victory? What are some of your three keys in order for the Bears to have a chance at beating the 49ers? Because this team, I know what's his name went down. George Kittle, he's not gonna play this
Okay.
game, so that's gonna be pretty significant. But I really don't think that's really gonna do much because I mean they've got weapons all over the field. Of course, they got Debo Samuel, they got Elijah Mitchell. Of course, they got Brandon Ayuk. I mean, what are some of your keys in order for the Bears to beat this 49ers team with their great coaching as well?
Well, number one, they got to protect the quarterback. They got to have at times 6 and 7 man protections, and even in between those 6 and 7 man protections, if you have the tight end go out, you have to have him chip or have him double team block with the tackle, and then after that, run either a seam route, quick slant, or out route. And then
Mm-hmm.
even then, sometimes you may even with that 6 7 man, even with that 6 man protection, if he's able, if Bosa is really Bosa that I'm thinking about,
Yeah,
if the
Bosa.
if
Yeah.
the defensive end is able to get through, they have your running back chop him at the legs and
Mm-hmm.
chop him real good to knock him down. And even then have the running back chip off and then probably run a screen behind it. You have to basically get that defensive line, that front seven tired.
Mm-hmm.
Get the front seven tired, and that's how you're able to run the football more effectively with your two running backs in the backfield, Khalil Herbert and also David Montgomery. And then after that, with that, you're able to feed into, of course, step number two, use play action pass. Play action pass to help your team be able to make it down, to be able to throw the ball deep downfield. Most
Mm-hmm.
effectively, you're going to have to switch up the play caller as much as possible and have the most balanced play call as possible. It's basically
Mm-hmm.
like I was talking about last season. You have to get a lethal dose of everybody at every phase of the game, whether it's offense, defense, and all the above. But when in terms of offense, you have to be able to run the football. You have to be able to block. You have to be able to throw the football down the field and catch the football.
Mm-hmm.
One of the problems for the Bears, wide receivers weren't able to get open. They weren't able to block consistently, but they were
Mm-hmm.
still at least able to run the football. Those other things that the Bears wasn't able to do, which is throw the football consistently and block, that's what we're gonna have to do, that's one of the main reasons with that, and also contain Trey Lance. If you're able to contain Trey Lance, the offense ain't going nowhere. It's still the same up and down offense as it was last year. They was able to find some balance later on in the season, but it's early in the season. This is the best time for the Bears to attack their 49ers offense and attack the defense as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, some of my three keys, I think, in order for the Bears to beat the 49ers is first is that they got to take advantage of their secondary. Um, One, the Bears, I mean, not the Bears, the 49ers, they're really thin at secondary. They lost one of their safeties in Jimmy Ward. And even last year, um, their secondary wasn't even that great. I think they gave up a pass rating of 102.2 last year, if I'm not mistaken. Their secondaries like gave it 102.2 QB passer rating, and like a lot of receivers like they were like a lot of the safeties were blowing a lot of coverage downfield, and a lot of wide receivers were getting open. So Luke Getzey, he's gonna have to figure out an advantage. To he has to figure out something to take advantage of their secondaries because their secondaries is pretty weak, and that also goes into utilizing the play action, utilizing like you said, David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert in order to open up that play action game. Because if you're able to wear out that defensive line, if you're able to wear out Bosa, Arik Armstead, all those guys up front, that's gonna limit them. That's gonna allow the defense to play honest, and you have to allow the defense to. You have to play to the defense. You have to play to them. You can't just always allow Justin Fields to take the ball downfield, because if you allow him to do that, it's a high probability he's gonna get sacked, and it's gonna be a long day for him. You have to take
Absolutely.
those short to intermediate throws for him. If it's like those short in around routes, those wheel routes, you have to take those short routes as much as possible, as much as you can. But definitely in the running game is definitely going to be a big part. It's going to be a key success or a key part and whether or not the Bears offense is going to be successful, because if you're able to open up that run game with David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert, you're able to utilize the play action pass more, and it's going to help Justin Fields freaking rip up this San Francisco defense like what he did last year, you know. And even with that play action pass, he's gonna be doing like a little bit of rushing the ball, and also throwing it downfield. And another thing, a third key for them to beat him is that, of course, you also have to play to what's the name inexperience, to the quarterback's inexperience. Trey Lance's inexperience, because this kid, he's technically a rookie. He's only started like what 2 games last year, and so he doesn't have much experience. And the way to do that is that you have to limit their of course their running game, like their limit their zone offense, because they run like a lot of zone offense
Yeah.
in their system. And so what you have to do is that you have to figure a way to stop that. And once you stop that, you can force Trey Lance to throw the ball. And when you're forcing him to throw the ball, um, the defense can bait him. They can bait and switch him to throwing some picks, throwing inaccurate passes, because he's got a great deep arm, but he's not a very very accurate thrower because he's very raw. He's still raw. Even though he's learned something from Jimmy Garoppolo, with him playing,
Yeah.
he's still got a lot to learn. He's still got a lot. It's not like he's like a Patrick Mahomes. He's a boom or bust type of player. He might be good, he might be really really good, but at the same time he could be a bust. And so if you're able to stop their zone offense, and if you're able to bait and switch him, I think the Bears, they're going to have a good chance at beating this team.
Absolutely, man. You had spoke on a lot of key things, and even Michael has said it. He asked me, do I think that Trey Lance gonna throw an interception? All I can say is it's still 50-50. It can happen, it can't happen. But if he do throw one, he ain't gonna throw a whole bunch. I believe he got good coaches around him that's gonna keep him from constantly turning the ball over.
Mhm.
But, you know, offensive line is still in question. Both Bears and 49ers offensive line in question. So,
Oh,
but
good thing Michael brought this up. He said the offensive line. Yeah, they've lost a couple key pieces on their offensive line. Alex Mack retired, and I think they got I think 3 rookies starting, and like a backup guard,
yeah,
2 rookies and a backup guard that's starting. So another thing they also do is that they also got to get pressure. They also really got pressure inside the interior too.
hell yeah, they have to
Hmm.
put pressure on them. They have
Hmm.
to make sure that they're able to attack, but it is what it is.
Right.
But at the same time, the Bears, like I said before, the Bears have a suspect offensive line as well. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, that's the reason why they have to use a lot of 6 and 7 man protection.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not able to do that, if they let basically Justin Fields just be out there, much like the Bears did last year with the other management, guys gonna be replaced. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people gonna be moved. So it's like can't keep allowing your rookie quarterback to go through the dumbest shit in the world and then turn around and act like everything is gonna be okay because it's not. Last year,
Right.
Justin Fields was sacked 9 times. You can't allow that to happen this year. You can't allow him to be beat down like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
that's
it's like,
true.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah.
we
You can't allow them to you can't allow that offense to get beat like last year with that Cleveland game, or just most of last season, like most of what happened last season. Like the offensive
period.
line, was just completely bad, completely bad. Like they're running like a lot of 5-man protection. They weren't protecting Justin Fields. They weren't getting an extra tight end to help Justin Fields. I mean, like one of our best offensive linemen was a 40-year-old a guy coming out of retirement, Jason Peters.
Which now I forgot who picked him up. I think the 49ers picked him up. He on the practice squad now.
No, he's with the Cowboys. He's with
Okay,
the
yeah,
Cowboys.
yeah, yeah. Cowboys. Okay. I knew it was somebody. I'm like, shit, I forgot.
Yeah, Cowboys. Their offensive line, they're not good too. They're man. There's certain teams they're really going through it, man, with their offensive line.
Yeah. Well,
The
Michael said to keep,
Cowboys, the Buccaneers.
you know,
Somebody
no.
said Sack feels like David Carr.
Yeah, that's CG. CG said, Michael said, CG, you ain't shutting down Fields. He ran over y'all last year, and he'll do it again tomorrow.
We'll see, man. And speaking of running
Yeah.
over 49ers last year, what about that game with the Bills on Thursday, man? I think hey, the Buffalo Bills. I know this is kind of off topic, man, but man, them Buffalo
They
Bills are
beat the
looking
shit
real
out of
good,
they
man.
beat yeah, they beat the shit out of the Rams.
Man, freaking Josh Allen, man, he was looking like Tom Brady out there, like getting rid of the ball out real quick, man.
Yeah, I barely watched that game because when it was a 10-10 game because
Hmm.
I was in Chicago, I was downtown Chicago at a conference, and
Oh,
then
okay.
I look up again because I'm like, yeah, let's watch the game. I know this game is good. I turn around, it's 31-10. I said, what the hell happened?
Yeah, it
I
was like
said,
10-10 in the and halftime because I guess with the Rams they're playing like some really good defense in the first half. Like both teams were turning over the ball. And then when the second half came, like man, like
it
Bills were
was a
like,
wrap.
man, we ain't playing no games. Like Bills was like, nah, we're gonna shut this thing down. And so man, like Josh Allen, man, he was just completely went off in the second half, man. Completely went off in the second half, especially that one dig route that he threw to Gabriel Davis. I was like, man, the way he threw that ball, like with so much zip, like it was like, man, this guy is like crazy. Like, man,
Mhm.
Bills are looking like a really, really dangerous team. And then also Von Miller. Von Miller, he had like 2.5 sacks. Then they were just, man, it was crazy.
Well, I just know that was a whooping, and I couldn't believe. Well, I could believe it. I expected the Bills to win, but not like that. I didn't expect it to be an ass whooping like that. That was a whooping.
Yeah, that was a real whooping, man. That was a real whooping. I'm just looking
You
at
guys know better than the Lions. Come on now, CG. Now
now
you
CG,
fucking up
you're
on
just
that one. You fucking up on that one. Bears
see.
better than the Lions. They always gonna be better than the Lions, no matter what.
Yeah. Even some people were saying the Lions are going to win more games because I guess they're watching too much of them Hard Knocks, man.
Well, fuck out of here. Lions. Last time the Lions won more games than the Bears. Shit, what 2015?
Yeah, I think 2015, 2016.
Right. The Bears is at their lowest then, and
Mm-hmm.
and even after
And
that, that
that's when
was
they
it.
had one of their best receivers, I think, was what, Major Wright or who, Cam Meredith?
Yeah,
Man, that was
which
horrible.
what the hell did what did Cam Meredith do after that? Blow out his knee.
Blew out his knee. Right.
And went somewhere else, and then never and went to the Colts and never played.
Mm-mm.
Trash.
Man, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. But what else? What else? What else is going on with the Bears? Any injury reports? Let me check any injury reports. I
Yeah, I'm
think
about to
Velus
go ahead and check
Jones.
it out.
Um, let me check out the injury report. Okay, so Bears rookie wide receiver Velus Jones, he didn't practice on Friday. Um, and Dominique Robinson, he was a full participant. I mean, it's really only those two, and then also with the center, Luke, is it Lucas Patrick? You know, he's
I
been
think so.
working at guard, playing mostly guard or whatever. I mean, it remains to be determined whether he's going to be a guard or a center, but they're saying that he
Yeah,
more than likely might play guard, and that they might move, I think, Tevin Jenkins to the second team. But I mean, we'll see. I don't know if it'll be a good idea for him to play because he's just coming back from an injury. I don't know if
man,
it'll be the
that dude been known to be an injury prone as fuck. Said Kevin White was never healthy either. Was never healthy either. Rams, we own forever. Right, I about to say shit. Yeah, that's true. Kevin White never did develop because all he kept doing, the boy, as soon as he scratched his ass, he
he was
was hurt.
made of freaking glass, man.
Hell yeah, he do this. Ow, my leg. I broke my
Right.
leg. I'm like, damn, nigga, you scratched your head and broke your leg. Playing with his big toe, he and twisted his ankle. I'm like, damn.
Right. Move his arm. He broke his arm or whatever. Twisted his rotator cuff or something. Dude, the moment you get out of bed, man, you injure yourself.
Old man. That's the old man syndrome. 49ers promoted Gibson and Turner. So,
Wait, Tashawn Gibson's on the 49ers? I think my co-host already left. Gibson could play as safety. Is Gibson CG is Gibson playing for the 49ers? Deshaun Gibson? Let me see. I'm not too sure. Deshaun Gibson. Is Deshaun Gibson? Let me see. Oh yeah, he is playing for the 49ers. Oh, that's all right. We're gonna expose him. Y'all picking up our trash anyways. Y'all picking up our trash. 49ers.
there we go. Shit, I made a mistake and hit the button. I was like, oh shit, damn. Yep, he there though. You know, Gibson, I don't know how he was able to get two interceptions for 2 straight years, 2022, I mean 2021 and 2020, but he was a decent tackler, but he wasn't the best cover guy.
No, he wasn't a good cover guy. I think we're exposed to Sean Gibson because Sean Gibson, I mean, he wasn't really a great cover guy, but he could tackle, when given a chance, but he wasn't a great cover guy.
Yeah.
We signed him
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Well, shit. It is what it is, man. I don't know. It really just depends on how the Bears do when it come down to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Bears, like I said, everything go right. They win in 10 games at the most. If everything goes how I believe it's gonna go, they're gonna win 5 to 7 games. You know,
If everything
uh,
goes wrong, yeah.
yeah. Worst case scenario, they win 5 to 7 games. But that's only if it still depend on the coaching, depend on the talent, it depend on how to execute. So all those things have to come into fruition.
hmm
So
Yeah, man. We're gonna have to see. Um, I was gonna say, is there anything we also need to cover? before we finish, man?
No, not really, because what we know what to expect from the 49ers. They're going to play good
mhm,
defense. They're going to run the football. It's going to be a lot of play action. And plus, because they got a even more mobile quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo, it's going to be some
mhm,
rollouts. He going to run the football. He going to scramble the football. But I'm pretty sure, based on what I saw from a little bit, Trey Lance seems to be a smart guy. So he's not going to end up killing himself out there. So he's going to make the right decisions out there. Only thing is, the Bears have to be able to force him to make the wrong decisions. That's how the Bears are going to win. They have to force him to make those wrong decisions
mhm.
and capitalize on those wrong decisions when they make them. That's the
We'll see
best
about
thing.
that. We'll see about that. We'll see if Travaris Ward is really that good.
Right.
Um,
We're going to have to see.
we're gonna have to see. But what do you think the score is going to be? What is your prediction? The score prediction.
Oh, I got two predictions. Like I said, if the Bears are able to steal the game, 2017 game, 24-21 game. If everything go the 49ers way, then the 49ers is going to beat the shit out the Bears. They're going to probably end up winning like 27-17,
33-22.
27-14. Right, some shit like that. So it's like everything go right for the Bears. It's going to be a close game. But if the Bears can't stop Trey Lance, the offense don't produce, defense play ass, special teams act like they just woke up that morning. 49ers gonna take a shit on them. Plain and simple.
I really, depending on the weather condition, if it does rain, I think it's gonna really depend. They're gonna really, both teams are really gonna rely on the run game, and if it's
Yeah.
that way, I have it being a close game, like maybe 24-21, maybe 17 to
Okay.
16 type of game. It's gonna be like that close because of the weather, and so yeah,
Yeah.
man, we're gonna have to see, man. We're gonna have to see
With that favors the
how it goes.
Bears. Yeah, and that's what's gonna favor the Bears.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
most definitely.
yeah. So we're gonna see
So
what it's like tomorrow. So, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna see what it's like tomorrow, and hopefully, man, the Bears will shut down the naysayers. Hopefully, they might win, and CG Ruthless, he puts that egg on his head.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You tell me about that. So let's see how that go.
uh,
Let's see.
all right, guys, man. If there's nothing else, is there anything else we need to talk about? Anything? Any updates?
No.
Ted
So far,
Ted
no.
Phillips
So
retiring after
far,
the
no,
season.
because until it progressed throughout the season, that's when we'll be able to talk about more of injuries, everything else. So far,
Hmm.
it's easy peasy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And oh yeah,
Absolutely.
one more. Of course, Ted Phillips. He's gonna retire at the end of the season. Thank God. Oh my gosh, you know how long I've been waiting for that Millhouse to retire after what 20 plus years as a president
Yeah, I
due
know.
to the fact that he freaking screwed us over.
Yeah, I know, man. It is
Oh
what it
man,
is. Fuck. Fuck.
I can't wait, man. I'm just glad football's back, man. But
Absolutely.
anyways, if there's nothing else to talk about, guys, man, this is your boy Kofi, and this is my dude, Joneth Piptne, my co-host. So
Yes, sir.
I probably might live stream the game tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can live stream it. But yeah, guys, yeah, man, this is your boy Kofi, and this is my co-host Jonah Pitney. So man, we'll see y'all hopefully tomorrow after the post game show. But I probably will do a post game show. But yeah, man, I'll see y'all tomorrow, guys. So y'all take care. All right, man.
All right, man. Peace out.
All right. For real, it look like I'm flipping a brick. Okay, cross next so crisp. But I'm trying to rob you, you catch a fist. For real.